Okay, here we go. Live chat number 2. So, hello for all of those of you who are going to be watching in the future. I can't say hello to anyone yet because there's no one here. Okay. Got the computer there, ready for if people turn up. Hello, we've got someone here already. And I'm prepared this time, so I can get straight on with the hellos. I'm going to move this for a second because I don't need my lamp just yet. It's not too dark outside. Hello, everyone. This is exciting. Whoa, 15 people already. Whoa, whoa. Welcome back for stream number 2. Yep, I love the first one so much. Got a lot of time to kill at the minute. So I thought, why not? Let's do another one. I put on a fancy shirt as well because I've got nothing else to get dressed up for anytime soon. I thought, might as well do it for the live stream. Get a little bit fancy. I ran out of my hooch, so I've just got a glass of Coke tonight. I don't drink Coke very much. Been trying to lay off it. I've got some water for when that runs out. I thought I'd have a glass of Coke as it's a live stream. It's a little special, It's a special couple hours here where we're going to have a nice fun chat. Cheers. Right, I can already see there's some questions coming in. Oh my god, there's so many comments coming through. This is overwhelming. 22 people watching it already. Been going for nearly 2 minutes. 22 people already. That's 10 people a minute. That's fantastic. It's incredible. All right, so I'm going to go straight in with the questions here. Hello to everyone who said hello. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure. I'm super excited to do another one of these. This is going to be really fun. First question up is favorite Foo Fighters song. I really like Halo. That is a good song. John Daly covers. Hello there. I have to say, I love your music channel. It's a shame you've stopped it. Yeah, it's just kind of running out of things to talk about with music, whereas movies, it's a lot more fresh for me, the movie industry. And it's something I'm a bit more invested and passionate about, so that's why I've moved over to this channel more. So just gassy because of this mouthful of Coke I just had. Matt says, big fan of yours. Love following you on Letterboxd. Any upcoming lists you're planning on making? Thank you so much. For those of you who haven't checked out my Letterboxd, feel free to. I do some little lists on there. I've got like a ranking of my favourite 2018, 2019 movies. Doing my 2020 ones as I say them every time I see a 2020 film, I put it on the list. I've got Disney, animated, Disney live action, Marvel ranking, and Star Wars ranking. It's a fun little app for movie people. If you want to follow me, it's just James Lack, capital J, capital L, no space. I haven't got any lists coming up that I'm planning to make, but I always kind of just do them when I think of it off the top of my head. But I've been having some fun on Instagram. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, check out my last video because I put a link in the description to it, which actually works. If you just check out my last video, my Jurassic Park ranking, you'll be able to find it there. I've been doing polls every day. Which one of these movies do you prefer? I done Last Jedi versus Rise of Skywalker. Last Jedi just won that. Then I did Infinity War versus Endgame. Endgame won that. Then I done the Dark Knight versus Joker. Dark Knight won. And today I'm doing the live action Aladdin versus the live action Lion King. So for those of you who want to go take part in those polls, go do them because it's so much fun to make. Guess who's back? Back again, says the Irish nerd. Love it. How's Corona treating you? Not too bad here at the minute. I had to go into work today, which was a bit of a shame, and I got a feeling I might have to pop back tomorrow, so shouldn't be going out really, but got to do as the boss tells you. How's Disney Plus? Disney Plus is good. I've been having a blast watching Jeff Goldblum's new show on there. Living in the UK, your channel is great. The American reviews are always hard because they get most movies before us. Yeah, it's a bit... I don't really see why films aren't released at the same time globally. I've never really understood that much. I know they try and aim for certain weekends and certain holidays in different countries. But, you know, I think they should just release it at the same time. A Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, it's pretty Hawaiian. We actually, me and my mates, for one of my friends' birthdays, we went to a club in London. Not really my thing too much. Not the mainstream clubs in London. I always prefer a cheesy pop kind of thing. But we had a theme, shit shirt night, and I bought this online. Turned up, and I was like, I actually kind of like it. um, have you watched any David Attenborough documentaries? I've got a whole section here of David Attenborough Blu-rays. I've watched nearly all of them. The only ones I haven't seen actually. I haven't seen his latest one, Dynasties with the BBC. I saw his Netflix one. That was really good because that's technically his latest. But his last BBC one, Dynasties, still need to watch that. Ross Livingstone said, "Did you enjoy the video I sent you?" I did. I did. Sorry, I didn't watch it on the live stream itself. You know, I was got to stay focused on these things. I've got a comment coming from Jose Antonio. And I'm not sure what this is, if it's French or. Hey man, it's nice to see you, my friend. I can't understand it because I don't read that. But thank you so much for being here, my friend. I was wondering if you started watching Vikings yet. I haven't done Vikings yet. Isn't that meant to be ending? I think. Who would you have as the next Bond girl and villain? Oh, who would be a good Bond villain? I don't really know who would be a good Bond villain. Maybe someone to match. I don't know, because you don't know who the next Bond's going to be. Because obviously we're going to get a new Bond next as well. I was going to say someone to oppose Daniel Craig, maybe like a Liam Neeson Bond girl. Maybe Naomi Scott. You know, she's pretty, you know, hot in the movie industry at the minute and a very good looking woman. So I think she'd be an excellent choice. Do you like Black Sabbath? Meh, not too much. You mentioned Jeff Lynne's Armchair Theatre on your Rock Boy channel. I went and picked up the vinyl copy and now adore the album. It's great. It's a fantastic record. It's a real shame that the album didn't get enough attention because it wasn't under the name Electric Light Orchestra. Have you watched Taika Waititi Boy? That's the only Taika Waititi movie I haven't seen. I have watched Onward. Is it on Disney Plus? I didn't even realise it was on Disney Plus here in the UK. I saw it in the cinema. I actually got to see it 2 weeks early, which was fun. So that was cool. Hello, Bridge Cook. Where do you get all your Marvel slipcovers from? Well, I just pre-order all my Marvel films. So I just get them all like that. I just get them off Amazon. I bought the Phase 1 slips. You know, they've got that collector's series you can get now where it has the phase written on the side and they all match and it looks amazing. I bought Phase 1 like that because they never had slips. So I bought everything up to Captain America, the First Avenger. And I got them in HMV. So I'm sure HMV are still operating online, I'm pretty sure. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on The Lobster? I did not like that movie. I'm not a fan of that director's style. I'll appreciate it's quirky, unique, different. It's like, you know, it is like Taika Waititi, Wes Anderson. They click with some people, they don't. And this guy who made The Lobster and The Favourite just doesn't click with me very much. Have you seen Green Street, starring Elijah Wood? I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them films, unfortunately. But thank you for the nice words as well, my friend. It's much appreciated. Sending love. Be safe, all. That's very nice. Thank you, Jess. That's what we all need to hear, stuff like that. Right now, it's, you know, very scary times at the minute. Have you seen Green Mile? Really underrated movie for me. I haven't seen Green Mile. I've heard a lot about it, though. A lot of people have told me to go check it out. It's definitely something I need to be doing. Will Clone Wars Series 7, the last episode, run currently with Revenge of the Sith? I think we know from the trailer of Clone Wars 7 in general that it's going to run parallel with Revenge of the Sith, which is exciting. So I do think we're going to see Ahsoka's perspective of Order 66. And I know we're going to see the Siege of Mandalore, which is really exciting. It's something which I've read about in Star Wars novels, and I've watched loads of YouTube videos on, so I'm really excited we're going to finally get to see it. Would you agree that Rogue One is the best Disney-era Star Wars movie? Hands down. Rogue One is the best movie Disney have done for Star Wars, without a doubt, in my opinion. Saying that, I thought The Force Awakens was really good as well, though. Really well-made movie. Really entertaining, really fresh and energetic. And I thought The Last Jedi was just creatively really good. What's your Insta? It's James_Lack_. But if you just go to my last YouTube video with my Jurassic Park ranking, it's in the description there. You can just follow a link. Easy peasy. Best Beatle album and why? Abbey Road, because there just is not a bad track on it. Hello, Blu-ray Madness. Nice to have you here, my friend. Have you thought about making your own movie, short film? Me and a few, when I studied media, dabbled in a couple short little films. When I say short, I mean they were literally 5 minutes long. But since I left sixth form and got out of education, not really. I haven't got the equipment to do it. And I don't know if I've got the skill to make a movie. I like to think that even though I'm critical of movies, even when I see a bad film, I still go, you know, well, hey, mate, you still made a movie. It's more than I could ever do. You should do some Disney trivia. Oh, I think I'd let myself down there. I always think I'd be great with Disney stuff, and then it just all goes downhill. You are a great YouTuber. You collect, which currently spans my whole bookshelf. Well, hey, thank you for the kind words, mate. That's very cool. What pre-orders have you got coming up over the next few months? Love the channel, by the way. Thank you so much. Well, funny enough, I think the next two Blu-rays I get are two things I really don't like, and it's going to be, I don't even know whether to do unboxings of them, because they're two things I've been incredibly critical of, and I almost feel a bit hypocritical about getting them. So, of course, one is The Rise of Skywalker, which you guys know I don't like that film, but I've got to complete the Star Wars collection. I've got to complete the saga, even if I didn't like the film. And I think Doctor Who Series 12 is coming soon. And I hated that last episode. It was only the last episode I hated, really. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel a bit embarrassed about getting them. But there's another couple Blu-rays mixed in as well. JoJo, I think, is coming up soon. So is The Gentleman. There's another one, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what it... Oh, the Doctor Who Classic Series box set, Series 14, I'm pretty sure is meant to be soon. Where we got? Female Bond. The name is Bond Jane Bond. Alex Pitt said, hi, James. I absolutely loved your videos and binged all 9 episodes of your podcast with Ryan last night. Great content. That is amazing. Thank you so much. You binged them all. That's a lot of time now. That must have taken you a good 7 to 8 hours. That podcast is my favourite thing in the world at the minute. I love making it. I've always wanted to be on the radio. It's always been something I've wanted to do. YouTube is just easy. But I'm better just talking into a mic than coming onto the camera, I think. Podcasting is just something I've always really wanted to do, and I'm so excited that I'm finally doing it. I didn't want to do it by myself. And Ryan sort of suggested it, and we jumped on it together, and it's been a blast so far. I've had a lot of fun with it. So that really means a lot. Thank you. What's your favourite Disney song? Oh my god, I love see, I kind of like the more fun quote. I know that technically the best ones are like "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" and "A Whole New World." They're really the best ones, but I kind of love the fun ones like "Friend Like Me," "Just Can't Wait to Be King," "You're Welcome." I'd say my favourite is "Just Can't Wait to Be King." And where do you get the Disney classics from? I bought all of these on Amazon. All of these Disney classic slips. So yeah, they're the ones that aren't too easy to get. I'd just go eBay. Oh, I take it this is about Vikings here, Jake. There are 6 seasons and it's on the second half of the series. Taron Egerton as Bond. Naomi Scott as well. Amanda Seyfried. I think Amanda Seyfried is the villain. That would be really interesting, actually. I would be very curious to see that. I think the problem with Taron Egerton is, though, of course, he's in the Kingsman movies. I don't know if you can bring him over to Bond just yet. What are your thoughts on Tarantino movies? Well, the ones I've seen, I really enjoyed. I don't think I haven't seen a bad one. The ones I've seen are Pulp Fiction, which was really good. I heard about it for so many years, though. Like, it's the ultimate movie. I think when I finally saw it, I was a little bit disappointed. But it's a good movie. I like it a lot. What else have I got? Kill Bill 1 and 2. They're both just fun. I enjoy them. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I was a bit disappointed with that, but the last half hour was great. Inglourious Bastards and Django Unchained are easily his two best, in my opinion. I think they're absolute perfection. Those two movies are great. And I really like The Hateful Eight. I know that some people say it's a bit boring because there's too much dialogue, but I think the building and the tension in that movie is handled so well. I can't find where to get the Marvel slipcovers from. I'd say HMV they have them. If not, just go on eBay. eBay has everything. Domers6 says, "Hi, I love your channel. I've been reorganizing my collection after watching your video. How I organize my Blu-ray collection." Oh, that's cool. That was just a video I made one day when I was a bit bored. I was like, I don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden I thought, I want to talk about my whole collection again in a way, because they're the most fun videos to do. You get to talk about a variety of stuff, and one just popped in my head, and I thought, oh, let's do it. Hey man, do you have Instagram, TikTok or something? I have Instagram. James_Lack_. Also, again, if you just go back to my last video, my Jurassic Park ranking, there's a link in the description to it. And Twitter. Do not have TikTok. I refuse to get TikTok. Much prefer having it in genre order now. Yeah, I've always been alphabetically. It makes sense. I have my records in alphabetical order by artist. But with my movies, you know, if I do it alphabetically, I'm going to be splitting my Marvel, my Disney films up. I don't want to be doing that. Do you like The Lost Boys starring... Ooh. I do not know about The Lost Boys. I don't think I've seen this. Torchwood or Sarah Jane Adventures? Sarah Jane Adventures. I have actually watched both of them in their entirety, believe it or not. Did you hear that Ahsoka is coming to The Mandalorian? Sorry, I've probably butchered the name. It's fine. I knew what you meant. I always do spelling mistakes with my mates, and they call me out, and I'm like, you know what I meant. Yes, of course I know. I love the casting decision, by the way. So excited. Ahsoka is easily in my top 15 or so Star Wars characters. I think she's amazing. So excited to see it. Rank the Star Wars movies. Worst to best. Can I flip-flop it? It's easier to do it off the top of my head, best to worst. I'm going to go New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One. God, it's hard off the top of your head. Rogue One, The Last Jedi, Solo, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Rise of Skywalker. Have I missed one? I missed The Force Awakens, didn't I? Did I miss The Force Awakens? Oh, God. I think I've missed one now off the top of my head. Have you seen Total Recall? If so, what did you think of the ending? What was it a dream? Oh, I've only seen the new one, and it was so long ago, I can't lie. I can't remember it. I can't remember it very well. I've seen people saying, yes, you missed The Force Awakens. I put The Force Awakens right before The Last Jedi, then, in that case. Favourite Liam Neeson action movie? I mean, I've probably got to say Taken, but there were two films, another couple films which I really love from him, which I've kept on my Blu-ray shelf. I've got a few Liam Neeson films. I really enjoyed the A-Team remake. I know it's not a very good film, really, but I enjoyed it. Non-Stop and Walk Among the Tombstones. No one saw that, and I really, really enjoyed it. Did you see Stan and Ollie? No! I really need to see this film because I love Oliver and Hardy. I grew up watching it with my grandparents. The old black and white ones. My granddad had the DVD box set when I was younger. I'd go around his house and we'd watch it. Still remember the famous scene of them trying to get the piano up the stairs. Was it up the stairs or down the stairs? I think it went down the stairs a lot, if I remember. But and they had like coloured versions of them, and it was amazing. So I really need to see that because I used to love Oliver and Hardy growing up. Have you seen The Call of the Wild starring Harrison Ford? I did see that. It was alright. It was alright. I didn't realise that it was actually a Fox production carried over to Disney until like earlier this week. 1917 release date. I don't know. Can someone help out Gino here? Because I have not got a clue of the 1917 release date. I did pre-order it. I pre-ordered the HMV exclusive. What was the first ever Blu-ray you bought? Avengers Assemble. First one I ever bought. What a great first purchase as well. I mean, I've done well there, I think. Hey man, I'm from Brazil. Whoa, we got someone from Brazil watching. That's crazy. And I love your videos. I'm a collector too. That's fantastic, my friend. That's crazy. I know that people watch me in the UK and the US, but when I see people outside of the UK and the US, it still kind of blows my mind. It's amazing. Thank you so much, my friend. What equipment do you need to start a podcast? Well, me and my mate bought these big microphones. They're in my cupboard. And our Macs weren't accepting them at the time. We're missing something. We still haven't looked into what we're missing. We really need to. But there's no point in it because we can't record together because of the lockdown. So we've just been using the mics off our Macs at the minute. If you don't have a Mac, if you have an old computer laptop, I definitely recommend buying a microphone. If you have a new laptop or a Mac, just give them microphones a test. See how they sound. If they sound good, don't waste your money till you need to. Nathan Alexander, I remember you. You used to come over to my live streams on my old friend. Well, he's still my friend. My friend's old YouTube channel as well. I was gonna say Roberts. What films would you suggest to definitely have in a collection? Films that you must have in a collection. Well, I don't really know. I don't really feel like I'm qualified to say, because most people are going to say you need the classics. You need, like, Jaws and Taxi Driver, Star Wars, Aliens, Jurassic Park, The Godfather. You need these classic films. To me, I say you buy the films that are important to you. Because some of the films that are important to me to have in my collection, some people would go, no. Because to me, I like having films I grew up with in my collection. The original 3 Pirates of the Caribbean films. Some people are going to say, I kind of get the first one maybe, because that is kind of like a bit of a classic film now. Don't know about the sequels. Personally, I think the first 3, gotta have them in my collection. Your Instagram account is private. Yes, I will accept anyone who asks to follow me. I will accept once I've finished here on the podcast, because I do it on my phone. So if you just click follow, as soon as we're done on the podcast, I'll accept anyone who wants to follow me. What's your opinion on Lilo and Stitch? Love Lilo and Stitch. I've got it. Here it is. Look at that. Look how adorable he is. I've got as well. Let me see if we can do this. Can you? No, I'm gonna have to move the camera up here. I don't know if you can see right next to BB-8. There's a little Stitch model. Look at that. How cute is that? I got that for Christmas. Said to my parents, I said I got a nice little statue from the Lion King, and I said I really want a Stitch up there. And my mum got me a little Stitch, and it's adorable. Do you think it is a good idea for Amazon to buy AMC movie theaters? Someone's going to buy them probably. I mean, it sounds like AMC is pretty much done for. Favorite classic Who episode? I really like the 5 Doctors. I think I just like seeing them all on screen bouncing off each other, and you've got the Master and the Daleks and the Cybermen make a brief appearance. I'm not by any means an expert on classic Who. I've seen those boxes and a handful of episodes. That's one of the handful of episodes I've seen, which is why I keep hoping that Series 20 is going to be the next announcement. Hey man, where are you from in the UK? I am from Hertfordshire, which is right above London, which is great to be honest, because I don't really want to live in London personally, but if I want to get into London, it's super easy, so it's very ideal, really. Not that where I live's a nice area. I mean, it's okay. It's pretty generic, but oh, an Incredible Hulk Blu-ray slip. Zoom has it. Yeah, the Incredible Hulk Blu-ray slip I hear got hard to find for a while, and then they bought it back. I got it before it got hard to find, and it was going for like over £100 at one point. I was kind of like, hey, and then they reissued it, and in a selfish way, I was a bit like, ugh. But no, I'm pleased other people could get it now. I am. Have you seen Arrested Development? No, I have not. I've never even heard of that one. What movies do you recommend to someone who has just started to watch and love movies? It depends what kind of genres you're into. My favourite style of movie lately has been more quirky side. I love, like, my favourite type of movie really is something along the lines of, like, the Wes Anderson, Taika Waititi. I love this quirky side. I love films that are set in the 70s and 80s where they don't mind going full on with the comedy. That's why Nice Guys works really well for me. The Wolf of Wall Street. I like films that have a good sense of humour, but they don't force it down your throat like they used to. That's why I really enjoyed films like JoJo and Knives Out. That's my kind of favourite genre of movies at the minute. Whatever you'd call that. In regards to the Marvel slips, definitely HMV or eBay. Zoom and Zavvi usually have them too. Yeah, I don't really use Zoom or Zavvi too much, just because I never really go too fancy on my Blu-rays, because I don't really do steelbooks. So Amazon normally has me pretty covered. You've never seen The Lost Boys? You need to get on that. I'll get on it. I'll go see it. Hey, my favourite channel. Ah, thank you so much. That's much appreciated, my friend. I just seen the number. We're at 38 people watching. What the hell? That is crazy. Hey James, how are you? Hope you're staying safe. Thank you, Karen. I'm doing all right. Boss dragged me into work today, so I don't really like going out of the house at the minute. It's daunting, I'm not over the top on it. The coronavirus, like, oh, stay inside, lock all your doors, boulder it up. But I don't really like leaving my premises much. So I wasn't very pleased about going into work today. And I think I might have to go in tomorrow as well, which is a shame, but we'll see. Oh, I can see. What's your favourite lightsaber? I like Count Dooku's. Just the hill. I love the curve. I love the little hook he's got, and it looks really slick and nice. Rogue One you missed. I don't think I missed Rogue One. I thought it was only Force Awakens. I Loki, Prince of Asgard, Onin Sam, God of Mischief. We got someone doing the famous Loki line. Fantastic Loki line. Probably his best line. What have you been watching recently on Disney Plus? I've pretty much just watched Jeff Goldblum on Disney Plus. I watched that The Tiger King this week though on Netflix. But I've just been watching Jeff Goldblum here and there. I've only got like 3-4 episodes left of it, I think. You absolutely need to watch Breaking Bad. It might even be better than The Walking Dead. I reckon it probably is better than The Walking Dead. A lot of people seem to... I just hear people moaning about The Walking Dead nowadays, and I do fall guilty of that sometimes. You missed Solo as well. Did I miss Solo? I feel like you're just trying to trick me out here. I think I only missed The Force Awakens in that ranking. My movies in genre order. Also sub to action films assorting political action. That's fair. I see where you're coming from. The new Star Wars. I'll allow that to be shown because I agree with it. The new Star Wars was absolutely shit. It says Iron Fist. I won't show that one because that's got an even worse word in it, but I agree. What's your favourite movie musical? Oh, Les Miserables. I love that movie. I think it's great. But if I ever want to sit down and just have a super fun time, I'll either put, hey, judge me all you want, the first Mamma Mia. Visually, it's so beautiful. It's pretty. It makes me want to go on holiday. And I love The Great Showman. That film's super fun. Um, What's the best romantic film you've ever seen? Ooh. Oh, there was a really good one. Crazy Stupid Love. That was really good. I enjoyed that movie. You should watch the original Total Recall. My favourite movie. I'll make sure I go watch that one. I've heard it's very good, to be fair. Isn't it Arnie? Is it Arnie? What's your opinion on VHS range styled Blu-rays? They're nice packagings. It's unique. I get why they're doing it. But they're just such a weird size. So I just don't want to bother with them. Because that's the only way to buy Stranger Things at the minute. Blood. I don't know where I'd put it. These VHS styled ones, they're just not going to fit on my shelves anywhere. Eventually there'll be a Stranger Things Blu-ray here in the UK in a normal case or a normal box. And I'll get it then. I'm not in no rush to own Stranger Things anyway. 1917 release date is the 18th of May. Have you ever been to Liverpool? If so, what do you think? Yeah, I went to Liverpool 6-7 years ago now to do the whole Beatles thing. You know, we went and saw where they lived. We went and saw the Cavern Club. All that stuff. We done the Beatles tour in a little private cab, and it was fantastic. It was really good fun. I want to go back to Liverpool again, but I want to go back there this time. I will revisit some of the Beatles stuff, because I'd like to go in the Cavern Club again and drink, because I couldn't drink before in there because I was underage. But I'd like to get to see Liverpool a bit more for the city itself instead of just the Beatles stuff, because I've done that and it was great. The Doctor Who Classic Blu-ray collection is picture quality difference noticeable to the originals. You know, I haven't watched the original Doctor Who series outside these box sets, so I'm not the best person to tell you this. I've seen some YouTubers comparing it. The picture is a bit more brighter. It's a bit more pleasing to the eye, I suppose, a little bit crisper. The sound effects are a lot better, though. The audio is... It just depends how anal you're going to be about it. Because, for me, if I already owned all the DVDs, I wouldn't be bothering with these sets. I only owned about 10 DVDs. So for me, these sets were very worth buying and keeping up with. How are your feelings on Doctor Who? Do you think it will ever go back to how good it was during David Tennant's era? I'm really disappointed with Doctor Who. Now I've given up on it. Oh, I'm a massive fan. It won't get back to the David Tennant era with the current team working behind it. It's, it's a mess behind the scenes. BBC have got one idea, Chris Chibnall's got another idea, the directors are doing their own thing. There's not much communication, I don't think. Chris Chibnall is just not a very good writer. He's not. I've seen Broadchurch. The first season of that was good, but I think everyone will tell you that show went downhill as well. It's almost as if he got lucky. And for some reason the BBC have stuck him in this show, and he's doing a pretty piss-poor job of it. Do you have a Letterboxd account? I do. It's James Lack, capital J, capital L, lowercase all the rest, no space between James and Lack. Mouth gets dry on these things because they're doing so much talking. I know you're a Star Wars fan, but have you ever watched Star Trek? Ooh, look at this. I've got all of the original films here. I've got the 3 new ones. And then I've got the original TV series, The Next Generation, and the Enterprise box set down there. I haven't watched all the TV box sets, I'm not going to lie. I was on a huge Star Trek kick at one point. For these, every good one is a bad one, in my opinion. I know some Star Trek fans are going to try and murder me for saying that, and I really do apologise. It is just my opinion. The new ones, they kind of follow the sequels from Star Wars in a way. I think the first one's really fun. Doesn't do anything great, but it's really fun, really entertaining. The second one is so creative, and it's, it really steps on thin ice with the fans. And I personally enjoy it, like I enjoyed The Last Jedi. And then the last one's just a mess. Well, yeah, Doctor Who's dead now, which is why I'm considering buying the classics. You know what? After Jodie's first go with Series 11, I would have said, no, it's not dead. Let's give it time. Series 12, it did seem to improve a little bit, but then that last episode did kill it, and I'm not even going to argue with it now. I can't be bothered, because it's like, yeah, that last episode really did ruin a lot for me. So I can't fault you. Have you seen Sing Street from 2016? It's a masterpiece. And not enough people have seen it. I've not seen it. I'll have to put that one down. 2016, Sing Street. What is it, a musical? It sounds like I love my musicals. My other account is the one with the Deadpool profile photo. I think I know what one you're on about. I think I've seen you comment on some of my videos. Do you have Pink Floyd in your record collection? If so, what's your favourite album of theirs? I do have Pink Floyd. Favourite album? Wish You Were Here. I really enjoyed that record. Shine On You Crazy Diamond. That's an amazing song. Are you looking forward to Fantastic Beasts 3? The last one really disappointed me. So I'm going to wait for a trailer. Also, do you reckon Ezra Miller's going to get fired after what's happened over the weekend with him? I think he's out the Flash role, I'll tell you that much. Have you watched Glee? No, I haven't watched Glee. I've seen a few episodes here and there. What's your Instagram? Sorry, wasn't paying attention. It's fine. I'll say it one more time. James_Lack_. I know it's a terrible name. Also, if you just click on my last video, my Jurassic Park ranking, it's in the description. The link, so it'll take you straight there. Again, I will accept everyone's requests to follow as soon as we're done on the live stream. What would you rather, Batman Begins or The Dark Knight Rises? Batman Begins easy. That's a much better film in my opinion. My three favourite TV shows are Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones and Lucifer. I really need to watch Lucifer. I've watched the first 2 episodes. I really need to watch it. I've watched first season of Breaking Bad, really enjoyed it. For some reason, just didn't carry on. Game of Thrones, I loved it, and then the last season was like a kick in the balls. What's your reason for not collecting steelbooks? I think I was a bit late to the game, and they're expensive, and I've already got enough expensive hobbies. And I've had bad luck with steelbooks. A lot of mine, they cracked the discs. I didn't like buying all the plastic sleeves to keep them in. It just become too much of a hassle because I already do so much of that already. As you can see, like all my records are probably like lighting up there because they're all in plastic sleeves. It's just too much of a hassle, and then, I didn't want to be mishmashing Blu-rays with steelbooks, and I don't know, it seemed a bit much for me personally. I get why people collect it. In Avengers Endgame, did you like Fat Thor and Professor Hulk? I personally loved it. So did my brother. I also loved it. I thought Fat Thor made so much sense. He's handling the loss in a completely different way to no one expecting. And it's a very realistic thing. Some people would shut down like that. And they played off it in a very comedic way because Thor is a comedic character. Professor Hulk, they showed it. They didn't show it. It happened between movies. Do you really want to see Hulk in this lab experimenting and stuff? No. Also, have you seen the deleted scene from Infinity War where he just walks out the trees and he's Professor Hulk? Like, something happens during the Battle of Wakanda and it just happens like that. Seems too quick to me. I'm really pleased I didn't go that route. I've been into cinema for a few years now, but I'm not allowed to watch heaps of them. So many recommendations. Well, hey, it's never good to keep watching movies, I suppose, if that's what you mean there. I love watching movies. I normally watch one every 2 days. But, if you're watching them daily, it becomes a bit much. Thursday, I haven't done this. I'm planning to watch Infinity War and Endgame for the first time back to back. Like, literally no break in between. Just, ever seen the IT Crowd? Oh, and Blackadder. Yes, I have seen them. Yes, they used to show us Blackadder at my secondary school. Funny enough. Let me scroll down a bit here. What's your favourite new Who story episodes? Human Nature and A Family of Blood. Easy from series 3. What's the best order to watch Star Wars in? Because I've now got Disney Plus. Honestly, Disney Plus done this amazing thing. You go onto Star Wars, and they've actually put them in timeline or order. So even though you're going to start with a couple of the weak ones, plow through them because they're going in order. You've got Episode 1, 2, 3, then Solo happens, then Rogue One, and then you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. You know, probably stop at 8 because 9's not very good. Also, say hi to Robert for me. I will. I'll let him know. Thoughts on Monty Python? I don't mind Monty Python. It's okay. I've never found it like this hilarious thing that some people do. It's entertaining enough, but I don't go shouting about it. Favorite Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode? Oh, you know, I can't give a particular episode because there's a lot of episodes, but I love the whole back half of Series 4 where you've got this... I can't remember her name. Was her name Ida or something like that? The robot woman who puts them in this weird virtual world. That storyline was honestly 10 out of 10. Some of Marvel's best stuff there. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the most underrated TV show I think I've ever seen. Where did we get to? The new Star Wars is my favourite movie of all time. You've probably not enjoyed my comments on it then. Ever watched Napoleon Dynamite? It's one of my favourites. I have not. Another film I'll have to check out. Thoughts on Godzilla? I've seen 4 Godzilla movies. Have I seen 4? No, wait. How many have I seen? Yeah, it is 4. There's one from 98 or something like that, which was atrocious. Shin Godzilla. I did not get the hype about that film. There are no interesting characters in the movie, and all of the main characters are on the other side of the city to Godzilla, so they're in no peril whatsoever. Godzilla 2014, I thought was really good. It's one of my guilty pleasure movies. I really enjoyed that movie. King of the Monsters. It was kind of like a Transformers movie. When the Transformers are on... One of the better Transformers movies. It's like, when the Transformers are on screen, smashing shit up, it's like this fun. But then it pops back to the human characters, and it becomes a terrible movie. So it flip-flops a lot. What's your opinion on Spiral, the Book of Saw? I don't even know what that is. Who are your favourite YouTubers that review movies? I really enjoy watching Chris Stuckman. He's good. Jeremy Johns, I don't mind, I suppose. I really like Ralph the Movie Maker, even though sometimes maybe a bit big-headed. But he knows what he's talking about, I'll give him that. And, of course, our one and only Big Paul Lee is also very fun to watch in terms of the collecting aspect of movies. How old are you? I'm 22 years old. How do you prevent your Blu-rays from being damaged? I don't really touch them too much. I only ever pull them out, you know, to watch. That's about it. I don't really, you know, I unwrap them, I put them on the shelf. Where did we get to? What would you like the next Avengers movie? Endgame set an incredibly high bar. I think that's it for the Avengers. I think we'll get like a Young Avengers. We'll get I forget the name of the other Avengers teams, but I think there'll be a couple Avengers teams like there is in the comics at this point, which I think is really cool. We've done the whole Avengers thing. We've done it. We've had 4 films with a core group. In fact, Infinity War was almost sort of hinting that there'll eventually be different groups elsewhere. But we've had, let's say, 3 then. First one, Age of Ultron and Endgame, where you've got a core group. We've done it. The thing about the Marvel Universe is it keeps going. It keeps expanding. It keeps building. It doesn't really repeat like Star Wars wants to keep doing. So I do strongly believe they're going to keep building. I have faith in Marvel. I'm really excited. Okay, so someone here has put the order in which to watch the Star Wars films. I wouldn't say Rogue One and Han Solo are optional, though. I do think you have to do Solo, because Rogue One falls straight into Episode 4. I think you do need to do them 2 back to back. For what it's worth, I like the new ones of Star Trek. I like the first two, and Beyond is okay. It's okay. Have you watched Northern Soul or England Is Mine? I have not. There's a few films here that are getting recommended today, which I just have not heard of. Do you watch horror movies? Only recently. I've only recently grown a pair of balls. I'm from Liverpool, and every year I go to the Beatles Week, where the bands from all over the world play Beatles and solo Beatles songs in the cavern. It's great. I'd love to do that. Maybe one year. Maybe one year. You know, I'll go down there and do all that. That'd be fantastic. Have you seen the Saw series? No, I've seen the first one and I've seen the fourth one. The fourth one, I was flying out to Malia with my mates. My mate was sitting next to on the plane was watching it. And I said, "Give me an headphone, I'll watch it." They're a bit hard to watch. I'm not a big fan of the whole torturing thing. Hey James, just discovered your channel. Love your selection of Blu-rays and how passionate you are about collecting physical media. Thank you so much, Simon. It's very nice to hear. It's you know, collecting is fantastic. I think we can all agree on that here. What's your favorite Marvel movie? Favorite X-Men movie and favorite DC. My favorite Marvel movie was Winter Soldier until recently. I'm gonna go with Endgame now though. Favorite X-Men movie is Logan. If you don't want to count Logan, because some people don't, it's Days of Future Past. Favorite DC movie, it's a pretty boring choice, but it's The Dark Knight. But if you want to go with just the DCEU, it's Shazam. I hope we get the rest of the Marvel Netflix TV shows on Blu-ray. Season 3 of Daredevil, Luke Cage. Oh, okay, you've listed the one. Yeah, I've actually watched all of the Netflix Marvel shows other than The Punisher for some weird reasons. I heard both seasons of that were really good. I'd like to get the Defenders on Blu-ray because I bought everything on Blu-ray that they released, which was everything up to Iron Fist. It was the one before they all come together. So I'd like to get the one where they come together for my collection. But I'd like to get Daredevil Season 3 actually as well, because that was really good. But I didn't really care about any of the other ones that they haven't done. Like Jessica Jones Series 2 and 3, Luke Cage Series 2 and Iron Fist Series 2. Iron Fist though, the second season of that ended so well. I was buzzed to see where that went, and it just got cancelled. Oh, I think I've just scrolled past one there. Where did we get to? Will you buy the new big 4K Star Wars box set from Amazon late this month? You know, I had it on pre-order for the longest time. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if because I own all the films. I know it's not 4K, but I've got Disney Plus now, and they're 4K on there. So the only thing I'm buying it for, really, is the bonus features, which are all going to be on YouTube at some point. So I really don't know if I can justify buying it yet. Have you ever seen Liam or Noel Gallagher in concert? Saw Liam. Meant to see Noel last month, but coronavirus cancelled it, of course. I haven't seen either of them in concert. I'd like to see them both. I'd love to see Noel. I'm a big Noel Gallagher fan. They match with the Phases Blu-ray slips. It's a big comment. I'm not sure what that comment was in relate to, because I'm a bit behind her in the conversation. Some of the comments coming in are going back to old things we were discussing earlier. Oh, I've gone too far here. Here we go. The Haters back off on Netflix. Oh, and have you watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on Netflix? I've got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on Blu-ray, and I've seen it twice. I saw it at home when I bought the Blu-ray. Would you rather Batman Begins or The Dark Knight? Personally, I don't know why everyone is sleeping on The Dark Knight Rises. I love it. I just ordered the trilogy. Obviously The Dark Knight, I'd go with there. I think The Dark Knight is a great piece of cinema. Is it one of my favourite films ever, though? I don't know. It's up there. Batman Begins is my second favourite, without a doubt. I think that film comes very close to The Dark Knight. Rises, it's just got some silly moments in it, I think, which lets it down. But it's still a good film. Like, I'd give it, like, a 7 to an 8 out of 10. What was your thoughts on Endgame when Korg was playing Fortnite? Look, I hate Fortnite. I'm one of these people who just doesn't get along with it. I did play it, Funny enough, I played it before it became really popular. Fun fact, it got really popular, and I was one of these people who started to despise it. But it was so funny, it worked so well in the moment. It might not age very well. I mean, you know, the whole Fortnite thing won't age very well in the film, but people will just see him as playing a game, so I don't think it matters. I thought it was funny. My favourite shows are Supernatural and Doctor Who, Classic and New Who. There's some good shows there. You know, I grew up with New Who. I was there day one of that. Imagine if the end of Batman Begins was the Joker card and the end credit scene today. I think fans would lose their mind. Yeah, yeah. I think if the Joker hadn't been so overdone by now, back then, you know, I wasn't watching films really back then, but I would have probably been really excited to see the Joker come back to the big screen. Whereas now, I don't. I'm a bit bored of the Joker. He's one of my favourite villains still, but I'm a bit bored of him. Yeah, I'm the same with the stills. The only ones that I get are the MCU and Doctor Who ones. The Doctor Who ones are beautiful, to be fair. I think it's Lee Binding. I think he does I know he does the artwork for the classic sets. I follow him on Instagram and Twitter. He does amazing artwork for Doctor Who. I'd done that Infinity War and Endgame. I started 9 PM and finished at 2 AM. I'm going to try and do it Thursday, I think. I'm going to watch them both back to back. Have you been to any midnight screenings? My first one was Civil War. That's so funny because my first one was Civil War. I went to a triple bill. We done the first two, and then it turned midnight. Civil War started, and then I done. Don't think I didn't. No, I didn't do Infinity War because we went first day. Because I remember we walking into the screens, people were walking out, and one of my mates heard one of the characters' name and then dies. So I didn't hear it, thankfully. We were all like, "Oh my god!" We darted in the toilet. We just hid in the toilet cubicles, waiting for everyone to come out, and rushed into the cinema because we didn't want anything spoiled. Then I saw Endgame at midnight. And I did see The Rise of Skywalker at midnight. I was not happy. I like your accent. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. I work on it every day. Ever read Star Wars Lost Stars? I have. I used to have it down here. It's one of the few Star Wars novels I've read. I've read about 4 or 5, I think I've read. Most of the others I just read the highlights of on the Star Wars Wikipedia. Where did you get your big Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Blu-rays from? All of them are from Amazon. Apart from the first one, I missed out on the first box, so I had to go pick that one up on eBay. What is your opinion on Doctor Who Season 12? Doctor Who Season 12 I thought was incredibly average, and then it hit the last episode, and the last episode was utterly terrible, and it pulled it all back for me. I'd probably say overall slightly below average season. I call the 1998 Godzilla Simpsons Godzilla, because most of the casts are from The Simpsons. That's true, and it don't even look like Godzilla, does it? It looks more like a dinosaur. I think they saw Jurassic Park and went, yes. Yes. What is your favourite animated series? This is going to sound so biased. Clone Wars. But I love Avatar, The Last Airbender as well. I've got that down here. There it is. This is a great animated TV show. How about Angry Video Game Nerd? Oh, I know him. Do you mean Angry Joe? Is that who? Because I love Angry Joe. He cracks me up. I remember when he saw Terminator Dark Fate, and his favourite film ever is T2. And of course, they killed John Connor instantly in that film, and he was not happy, and it was hilarious to watch. And kind of how I felt a little bit. I don't quite have the passionate connection like he does to T2. It's one of my very favourite films, but he grew up with it, whereas obviously, like, he was alive when it came out, whereas I obviously was not. So I get why he was more mad than me. Would you like to see the new Avengers movie if they bring back Iron Man, Captain America with X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Young Avengers? Well, we're going to get a Young Avengers film anyway. I believe Ant-Man 3 is heavily rumoured to be setting that up. I could maybe see Iron Man coming back. I mean, there's already rumours about it. I don't want it. Love Robert Downey Jr. He was perfect as Iron Man. Iron Man's one of my very favourite superheroes, but his ending was so perfect, as was Captain America's. Even though I love those two characters, as sad as it sounds, I don't want them back, because their stories ended so well. Any movies you dislike? There are a lot of movies I dislike. Again, if you go on my letterbox, I'm pretty sure you can just look at movies I've given like 1 star to. In my last podcast, me and my friend Ryan talks about the Alien and the Predator movies. Alien Covenant, crap. Alien Resurrection, the 4th one, crap. Predator from the last one, 2018, Shane Black's one, crap. Alien v Predator Requiem, crap. I can find bad movies quite easily. About Knives Out and 4K. What's on the 4K that makes it a 15 and not on the Blu-ray? I tried to buy the 4K edition, but the cashier said it was a 15, but it was 12 in the cinema. To be honest, there's a few F-bombs dropped in that movie. I think it is a 15 movie. I don't know why the Blu-ray would be a 12 and then the 4K a 15. That don't make no sense to me unless there's different cuts. Don't really see why they do that. Arrested Development is really a TV show on Netflix, although the last 2 seasons aren't the greatest. Fair enough. I might check it out one day. How many 4K Blu-rays do you own? I don't own many 4Ks. I don't. I own about maybe 10. When I was a kid, I won the world record for scratching DVDs. I had that for PS2 games. What other live actions would you like Disney to do? I would love to see a live action version of this, Treasure Planet. I think this would work really well as a live action movie. I'd like to see Disney do Tarzan. Pinocchio, maybe? Although Pinocchio might look a bit scary, I don't know. Brother Bear would be interesting. Maybe Hercules. That would also be an interesting one. I'd probably go with them ones. Definitely Treasure Planet. Where did we get to? What's your plans for it when you run out of storage space? I'm already out of storage space. Every time I had a Blu-ray, I have to take out another one now. There's still about 5 to 10 Blu-rays in my collection, which I just really don't care for anymore. But I'm getting to the point where I'm taking films out and I'm like, I wouldn't mind keeping this. I mean, they just go in the loft. Will you do a meet and greet around London when you grow a bigger following? Hey, if I can get that big, I promise you now I'll do it. But I don't think I'm going to get that big. How are you holding up during quarantine? Not too bad. As I said earlier, I did have to go into work today, which wasn't the nicest. I just, I'm not paranoid about it, but I just don't really like leaving the house at the minute. What's your thoughts on the DCEU? I personally like Shazam, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman. Then the rest are a bit meh for me, at least. I like Man of Steel a lot. I think that's a very underrated film, and it's picked on too much. Batman vs Superman was just incredibly disappointed, but is, all in all, a very average film. Suicide Squad is fun, but the writing is trash. Wonder Woman's good, got overrated because the last act is a mess. Justice League is just a mess in general, it's a piece of shit. Aquaman's fun. And that's about the best I can do for that one. Shazam, I really enjoyed. I thought that was just a pleasure to watch. And Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Harley Quinn and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, or whatever it's called. That was pretty good too. There was a few bits I would have taken out, but it was a good movie. In Primeval, were you disappointed that we never found out what happened to Claudia Brown and the death of Nick Cutter? Well, I think with Claudia Brown, the whole thing was Helen went back and changed something so that she didn't exist because she got jealous. And that's the assumption I always come to. From death of Nick Cutter was always pretty well explained. I think Helen was always under the assumption that Nick was going to cause the end of the world, which is why she killed him. I think. I think. I was always more annoyed that we never found out what happened to Danny. Leon's Movie Corner says hi. Hello, Leo's Movie Corner. I like your little Jaws thumbnail there. That's pretty, or profile picture. Have you ever been to Disneyland? I have. I went to the one in Florida. I was very lucky. It was a lot of fun. On Netflix, have you ever watched Glee? No, I haven't. The second question about Glee. Maybe I should get on that. I've seen the odd episode. Have you seen 40 Towers? Yes, I've seen 40 Towers. Not all of it, but I've seen a lot of it. I was saying Netflix Marvel slips, Marvel TV shows matches the Marvel movie. So you want the TV shows Blu-ray for Marvels to have slips that match the movie ones? I can't see it because they're all under different company names, legal reasons. I just don't think that's going to happen, but it would be cool. I think you'd only get it for Agent Carter and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. though, because the Netflix stuff is not canon anymore. That Marvel, Disney, they're trying to get rid of it. They don't want that anymore. Who's your favourite character in The Walking Dead? I like Rick. I must admit, even though the latest season's been good, but it's not like pumping me up. When you got that hint of Rick in Michonne's last episode, I was like, oh yeah, here we go, he's coming back. But of course, love Negan as well. Have you seen an old show from either Fox or CBS called The Unit? No, have not seen that one. Who's your favourite character in Game of Thrones besides Tywin? You know. Who's my favourite character besides Tywin? I don't really know who my next favourite would be. I've got a handful that I really like. You know, the obvious one's Tyrion. I've forgotten some of the names because I just haven't watched Game of Thrones in a while now because the last season buggered me so much. I like the guy with the big ginger beard. I don't really know who my next favourite would be. I probably would just go Tyrion. I know it's a bit generic. What's your opinion on cult films? Well, I mean, it depends on what the definition of cult films is, I suppose. You know, they're great movies for the most part. That's why they've become cult films. What's your favourite movie of all time? Star Wars. You know, my favourite series of films. Got to be the original one. Or Empire, one of those. It always flip-flops. How many films did you see in the cinema? How many films did you see in cinemas in total? I've seen hundreds of films in cinema at this point. I've got one of the Cineworld cards, so I just walk in, walk out. Have you Googled Thanos? Click on the icon. No, I have not. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Just Once Upon a Time. Oh, sorry. I know what you're on about now. This is about that the Netflix comment you made, Jamie. I said Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when you meant a film called Once Upon a Time. I don't know if I've seen this. This title seems really familiar. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen this movie. Could you recommend any good horror movies? I mean, most of my favourites are the big ones anyway. So I'd probably say Ready or Not, which is a new one, which was really good. What's your favourite Jurassic Park movie? Okay, there's a few here. Favourite Jurassic Park's got to be the original. Favourite Mission Impossible is the latest one, Fallout. Favourite Bourne movie is the first one. Favourite Parts of the Caribbean movie is also the first one. Angry Joe and Angry... Oh. I lost the comment. Where is it? Let's scroll down here. Angry Joe. Keep losing this comment. Okay. Angry Joe and Angry Video Game Nerd are different. Okay, I don't know Angry Video Game Nerd, I don't think. I might have stumbled on a video or two, but do know Angry Joe. What's your favourite movie that has come out this year? The Gentleman. Have you noticed Civil War, the big Easter egg, Peggy's funeral? I don't think that's Cap holding the coffin. I don't. I really enjoy these streams. Will they become weekly? They honestly, they might why we're all in lockdown. After that, probably not weekly, probably more like monthly, because I can't lie, work really pushes me when we're not in lockdown. But for while we're in lockdown, it very well may be weekly. I might miss a week here and there, but at the minute it looks like we're going to be in lockdown for a while. Oh, okay, I see another one here about Angry Joe. On cinema, I don't know this channel. I don't know this channel, Garrett. I'm. I'll have to check them out though. What is some of the scariest horror movies you've ever watched? I don't know. I don't really get too jumpy with films, to be honest. Honestly, the scariest one that I've seen of late, and it doesn't sound that scary, to be honest. And I think most people will be like, that was one of the not so scary ones, but it's probably Crawl, one with all the alligators. I think I saw it in the cinema on the big screen, and that film went for jump scares. I shat myself. I come out there having a heart attack. I was having a seizure. I saw 38 films in cinema. That's a nice amount of films there. What's your favourite musical film? Les Mis. Les Mis. Well, as me and my mates say when we talk about it, because it's got such a funny title. We go, Les Blableth. Maybe the Knives Out 4K is 15 because it's higher quality than the Blu-ray. So any blood splatter or something might be higher quality. Maybe. I don't know. Why aren't you a fan of Illumination? I don't dislike them. I think they're just a very cheap company. I think that Pixar and Disney and DreamWorks are making such better looking films. I know Illumination still aims at a younger audience, even younger than what they are probably, because, you know, Minions is based at a very young audience, which is fine, but as long as they got good storytelling yet, I don't think any of them have great storytelling yet. I know they're aimed at a very young audience, but so is Pixar, and they're still pulling out amazing plots with some of their later films like Coco. So is Pixar. I don't dislike them. I just think they're one of the weaker animation studios at the minute. It's crazy how it seems to be a year since Avengers Endgame come out. Yeah, I know. I noticed Endgame was trending again today, and I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh my god, it's been a year. Are you excited for the new James Bond, No Time to Die? Not really. It sounds like a disaster behind the scenes. So, the trailer was amazing, but I think it's going to fool a lot of people. I've never seen Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. Which should I start with? The Lord of the Rings is amazing. It's incredible. But if you are going to commit and watch it all, probably do it in timeline order. So I would do the Hobbit films first, but they're not great. It's up to you. You can just watch Lord of the Rings, to be honest. That's all I would really recommend, I suppose. Make sure you watch Lord of the Rings. It's great. The Hobbit, up to you. Really enjoyed the first Wonder Woman. The new one looks great, though it's been delayed to August. Yeah, it looks really good. I can't wait to see Cheetah. I can't wait. It's going to look so weird, considering Cats has just come out. It's going to be interesting. Have you seen Taxi Driver? It's my favourite movie of all time. No, I bought it about a month ago, and I still have yet to watch it. Hello, George. It's highest. Okay, here we go. Knives Out is a high certificate because of the special features. So I see. We are learning. What would be your favourite Oasis song or album? Favorite? I don't know what my favourite song would be. I really like The Importance of Being Idle. Favourite album would be... What's Story Morning Glory, probably? I know it's generic. Favourite of their solo stuff is definitely Noel's first album. Have you ever seen Twin Peaks? No, have not seen that. What's your favourite Harry Potter movie? The third one, Prisoner of Azkaban. Well, that was a great movie. Have you watched Airplane and also Airplane 2? I have not seen those films. I have not. I've seen them in shops a lot though, so I've come close to picking them up a couple times. I must admit. Right, let me scroll down. Disney Plus question. Do you think we will eventually get physical media releases of their original content? Clone Wars MCU won't really feel complete if they don't. It's hard to say because it's so early in the day with that kind of stuff. Because Netflix still releases some stuff, and they're obviously getting bigger numbers than Disney Plus. So it's completely possible. Yet at the minute, because there's very little in terms of original content to it, I'm going to say no. I don't think we will. Which is a shame, but from a business standpoint, you got to look at it from Disney's point of view. They want people to keep subscribing, so they're probably going to make it. You can only watch that here, so you're going to have to keep subscribing if you want to keep watching. Hope you're keeping well, says Anthony H. Thank you. I'm doing my best. Thank you. Hope you're doing well too, my friend. I still need to see The Gentleman. I guess I will have to wait for the release on Blu-ray. Yes, make sure you pick that Blu-ray up. I thought it was a great film. Love Guy Ritchie. Very excited to watch it again. Thoughts on The Police? I like The Police. The Police are one of those bands where you hear a hit on the radio and you go, this is great. You go home, you put their records on, and they all sound different, but they all have that very stripped back feel. You get about 10 songs in, you're like, that's enough. Do you work other than YouTube? And do you use social? Also, unpopular opinion, Speed 2 is better than Speed 1. That is a very unpopular opinion. I can only disagree there, mate. I wish YouTube was my work. Trust me, I would very much make a video a day, do a live stream a day for everyone, if it was my job. But unfortunately, it's not. Yes, I do work. Have another job to keep the money coming in. What kind of shelves do you own to carry your Blu-ray records and 4Ks? The Blu-ray shelves are just from Argos. They're pretty simple shelves. It's really weird because when you buy them, it's like the gap at the top smaller, and then the gaps get bigger with all the shelves. So when I bought it, I had to modify the gaps myself. I had to drill my own holes and stuff. The record shelves, this is brilliant. Anyone who's collecting records out there, these are the best ones to get. Go get them if you're going to start getting records. They're from IKEA. They're made specifically for records, I'm pretty sure. They're amazing. You can get them in all different sizes. Like you could get like a 2x2. Obviously, I've got a 4x4 because I've got a 2x2 one actually. Down the side there, you can just see them there. So you can get them in all different sizes. So you can, like, if you get like a 2x2 and a 4x4, if you like live in a loft conversion, you can place them where you want, make your own shape. They're fantastic for records. They really are, and they look great on them. Where did we get to? What do you suggest getting next? I've just ordered the Dark Knight trilogy. Oh, pardon me. And the Jurassic Park movie collection. What should I get next? Well, my favourite trilogies ever are the original Star Wars ones. So if you don't own them, go get them. I would probably say the original 3 Lord of the Rings films are also pretty necessary. What other trilogies are amazing that I can think of off the top of my head? I'm looking around my room for inspiration. The Alien box set is probably pretty cool because the first 2 Aliens films are fantastic. Also, the original 3, Gorovinsky? Yeah, Gorovinsky, I think is his name. Done the original 3 Pirates films are also absolutely fantastic. So I'd highly recommend getting them as well. Why do you have those films on Blu-ray? Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2? Because I got the first 2. I'm a completist. I like having the complete collection. Maze Runner Death Cure. Again, I got the first 2. Need to complete it. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Look, I love Jurassic World. Alright. Even though I wasn't a big fan of the last one. Fantastic Beasts 2015. I like that film. Daredevil and Elektra. Okay, that one there you can judge me on. And Into the Storm. Into the Storm's gone. That one's gone. Is Elektra one of your movies you don't care about? Yes, absolutely don't care about it. That's one of the Blu-rays in my collection, which I'm not sure why it's still there, to be honest. Okay, phone's getting low on charge, so I'm just going to quickly plug that in. Now I'm going to get straight back to the questions. Just get this plugged in. And excuse me, very unprofessional of me. Okay, charging lead's going to want to pull it away. I put this up there. There we go. There you go. Fantastic. Okay, back on with it. Where did we get to? I've lost where I was. Oh god, I've completely lost where I was. Okay. Have you watched The Invisible Man? That will give you like 100 heart attacks. I did. I saw it in the cinema. That was really nerve-wracking. Once Upon a Time is not a movie, it's a TV show. It's about Disney characters in the real world. It's on Netflix. Oh, fair enough. I'll have to watch it. I really like a lot of those kind of documentaries lately. I've really grown to appreciate Netflix's documentary making skills. As I said earlier in the live stream, I watched that Tiger King this week, which was very interesting. Ask 2 questions. You can keep asking questions, mate. I'm not going to stop it, just the live stream just yet. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I've seen some episodes of that. And thoughts on Alien vs. Predator Requiem. I hate Requiem. I think it's a terrible movie. Awful movie. It's strange how Mulan's new release date is July, when a lot of films have been moved out of July. Yeah, I think it's going to get moved again. I think we'll be lucky to see films coming out in July. I think there's a small chance. But we'll see. I just ordered Overlord. And if Bell Street could talk, I know Overlord, but I don't know the other one there that you've ordered. You really should watch Taxi Driver. It's such a great movie. I should. I will. No worries, Anthony H. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend. I'm sure you've already gone by now, but thank you, my friend. Hello, says Cozzy. What would you say is McCartney's most overrated album, if there ever is one? Flowers in the Dirt. It's just a meh. It's an alright album. Do you think the next Doctor will be disabled, Chinese, gay, Muslim, transgender? Hey, at this point, the BBC is just rolling with everything they've got. I don't know. I reckon they'll probably do another woman again. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. I'm perfectly happy to see them explore this character in more ways. Just gotta have good writing. Have you seen Trainspotting? I have, but it was a long time ago. Can't lie, I can't really remember it. They done a second one, didn't they? Oh my god, look at this. Why are you so handsome? That's... Thank you. Thank you. Not many people say that, but thank you. What do you think of the album Heroes by David Bowie? Well, the A-side's amazing. Don't need to talk about a B-side. Have you seen Goodfellas? No, and I really know I need to. A good site to use for Blu-rays is Music Magpie. I used to use them, but I got gypped a few times with them. My first record was Pink Floyd's The Wall, but I'm thinking of getting more records of my favourite bands like Breaking Benjamin and more Pink Floyd. What's the best place to get them? New records I always just got off Amazon. And when I was out and about, I got them in HMV. But I just always went eBay, to be honest. Or Discogs. Discogs is a really good website for records, actually. I've got all of the Star Wars movies. And I was thinking about Lord of the Rings and possibly Alien Collection. Do it. They're great. I mean, Aliens has got a couple dodgy films there, but the first 2 are amazing. Lord of the Rings is great. Are you going to buy the Rise of Skywalker on Blu-ray? I am. I know I'm a complete hypocrite for doing it, but I'm going to do it. I was thinking of getting Mission Impossible 6 movie collection. The problem with getting these collections is, because I've got a couple in my collection that like it, there's going to be another 2. I don't like this. Like, I've got Fast and Furious, for example, 1 to 6. Then I've got like 7 and 8 by themselves. And then there's going to be a 9 and 10, I believe. I hear 10's going to be split into 2 parts. And there's going to be 9, 10, and 11 technically. So then I'm going to have like 5 separate Blu-rays and half of them in a box. I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather have them all individually or all in a box. So I'd probably get them my recommendation would be to get them individually. But, you know, whatever you would like. Is that worth it? Oh, I see. Same guy. They're great movies. They really are great movies. But that's just how I go about collecting. Oh, I've caught up with questions. Look at that. There's a first time for everything. Man, what's your favorite Steven Spielberg movie? Ooh, Jaws or Jurassic Park? Ooh, I can't choose between those two movies. Jaws and Jurassic Park. I can't choose. Do you like The Grateful Dead? Not really. Not really my favorite thing. I have a Dunkirk steelbook on its way for my birthday on Friday. Very cool. Well, happy birthday to you on Friday, Mr. Popbox. I hope you have a good one. Which Edgar Wright movie is your favourite? Oh, Hot Fuzz. It's got to be Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead. If anyone picks anything else, why? Why? How did you get gypped with Music Magpie? Oh, I think I remember ordering some CDs off them. And they all come destroyed. Some of them were incorrect. I ordered like 10 of them at once. At the end of the last live stream, I asked what your thoughts were on Plastic Letters. You said you'd never heard of it. It's Blondie's second album. Oh, right, okay. What's on their second album? Can't even remember what ones are on it. I really like all those early Blondie albums, like the first 3 or 4. They all kind of blend together in my head at the minute. If I had the album in front of me, I could probably go through it and tell you some of my favourites. But I really enjoy all their first few records, their first 4 or 5. I think they're all pretty solid, pretty, they're timeless in terms of like it's highlight of the 70s and the 80s for some people. Blondie. So yeah, they're great. What is the worst Pixar movie, and why did you choose Cars? You know what? I think the first Cars film is alright. Cars 2 is definitely the worst, though. Cars 2 is terrible. Heard of R.E.M.? Yes, got a few of their records. Great band. Oh, Jamie, I'm sorry. I'm getting this Once Upon a Time thing wrong. It's not a documentary. It's an actual TV show when a villain casts a curse on a fairy tale world in... Oh, come to our world. Do you mean Enchanted? It's like Enchanted, the one with Amy Adams. Is that what you're on about, Jamie? Oh God. I apologise, Jamie. I'm doing a terrible job with trying to figure out what you're talking about here. What are your tips on collecting? Try not to let stuff come into your collection that's in bad condition. Because I've done that with a few records, and then you're just consistently trying to upgrade them. It's not worth it. Just buy what you want. It's like, for a while I was buying records, for example, trying to almost impress people. Like, hey, here's the Velvet Undergrounds. I never really cared for that record, though. I've bought it because I'm trying to impress people. It's just not worth it. Just buy stuff that you want to buy. And that's the important thing. Baby Driver is my favourite Edgar Wright film. That's fair enough. I don't think I could put anything over Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz. I think they're just such good movies. Which do you prefer, A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back? Don't make me do this. They're like my 2 favourite films ever. I can't choose, and I won't. I'm sorry. Other than Amazon, where is it you go to get your movie buy? I only ever buy off Amazon, to be honest, or from Out in the Wild, I'll buy off from HMV. I've caught up with the questions. Okay, Once Upon a Time is a show on ABC. Hope that ends it. Cool. I was getting confused because there was Disney Plus coming up with this Once Upon a Time, and then Netflix was getting mentioned. I was getting very confused. In order, what Mission Impossible 1 to... In order, what would Mission Impossible 1 to 6 pose? Oh, if you're asking me to rank them, that's a lot of films there. But I'll tell you this, I think Mission Impossible, each one does get better. Pirates of the Caribbean, each one gets worse. Bone, I haven't even seen the last one. I've just done a video on Jurassic Park. Harry Potter, God. I'll do a video on Harry Potter eventually. I was watching your collection video the other day. What's the story behind the Rampage Blu-ray? You needed something to buy. I was trying to talk to a girl. I needed something to buy in a shop. And I was like, oh, I'll go buy a Blu-ray. Rampage was the only film there that I actually didn't own. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to buy this piece of shit. It's not a terrible movie. It's not. What's your favourite band besides the Beatles? I don't know. There's so many to choose from. I don't know. Probably Keane. I love Keane. What have you been using Disney Plus? Oh, what one have I been using more? I've still been using Netflix more. Who would your dream guest or guests for a London Comic Con be? I don't really want to go big leagues like Robert Downey Jr. because he'd be so expensive. He'd kill me. I don't know. I think I'd probably go like David Tennant, Christopher Eccleston, Matt Smith, like those classic doctors of the modern era. And Peter Capaldi, any of the doctors, any of the new doctors, I'll say that, because they don't charge stupid amounts like an Avenger would, one of the big Avengers. So yeah, I'd go with them. What would you say is your least favourite movie of all time? I don't know. I've seen some absolutely terrible movies. Birdemic, The Room, Jaws the Revenge. These are all hilariously bad movies. Do you know what? Honestly, if there's a film that angered me more than anything, it is The Rise of Skywalker, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I really, really am sorry. But I don't know what my least favourite movie ever would be. When is your birthday? It's the 2nd and 20... No, I don't even... God, I forgot my own birthday then. It's the 7th. It is the 7th of November. Do you watch any sports? I watch Wimbledon when it's on. Not going to get to watch it this year. Don't really watch much sports, to be honest. Favourite Lord of the Rings movie? Turn of the King, I'm going to go. I mean, you can flip-flop all three. They're all on that same level, really. Did you watch TV show called You? No, I didn't. I haven't watched that one. Ever been to the United States? Yes, I went to Florida with my family. 5 years ago, maybe? A while ago. How long's today's stream? I don't know. We're just going to keep going for a little bit longer. I've caught up with the comments and I can see that the people are dropping off a bit now. So maybe we'll go to 1:15 at the minute, I'm thinking. I want to go a bit longer than the last one because I said I would. But hey, if it keeps rolling at a good pace, we'll keep going a bit longer. Although I'm going to need to go toilet in a minute. I'm going to have to be very unprofessional. Be like, wait, I'll be back in a minute. Who'd win, James Bond or Jason Bourne? I'd probably say Bond. Seen any Tarantino films? Yes, seen Pulp Fiction, 2 Kill Bills, Inglourious Basterds, Django Unchained, Hateful Eight, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I live in Australia, and it's 6 right now. Oh, that's cool. Someone in Australia watching me. That's amazing. 6 in the morning? Yeah, it's got to be 6 in the morning. Because it won't be 6 no, it won't be 6 in the evening. God, it's got to be 6 in the morning. Why am I even considering that in my head? being stupid, I apologise. Would you like to work in the film industry? I'd love it. I don't know what I'd do. Maybe I could be an actor. Do you think I could be an actor? I'd love to be maybe somewhat like an interviewer. You've seen this guy on BBC Radio 1 who's been interviewing everyone. He always has the same thing. Every time he has an actor sitting opposite him, he always says, like, if he has Margot Robbie there, he'll be like, Harley Quinn, how the hell did that happen? I'd love to do a job like that where you just get to interview them all. I think that'd be amazing. What's your favourite horror movie? Probably The Shining. I know it's a generic answer, but I'm not good with horror movies. Come to Mexico. You are my cash. What does that mean? You are my cash. What does that mean? But I would like to go to Mexico one day. Have you seen any anime? And if so, which is your favourite? I don't really think so. I've seen shows which I'm not sure if they're classed as anime. I've seen Avatar, but I know that's like a Nickelodeon show. I've seen Pokemon. So I'm not really sure. Do not know much about anime. I will admit. Just checking what my phone battery was on then. Okay, cool. I don't know if that's pausing it when I do that. I apologise if it is. Where did we get to? Okay. Have you seen Seven? No, have not seen that film. What's your top 3 favourite James Bond films? And least favourite? Oh, God. Oh. I couldn't... There are 2 Bond films I know I don't like off the top of my head. I don't like the one where he goes to space. And I don't like Quantum of Solace. Favourite 3? Easily would be... What's the name of it? Casino Royale. Easy, my number 1. Live and Let Die. The first ever one. I can't remember the name of it. I think that's a really good movie. I've seen it a couple of times. I really enjoy it. Please watch Once Upon a Time. Finally, we get it. Oh, James, I love your channel. Fantastic YouTuber. Love everything about you. But don't agree with you on Doctor Who Series 6. That's fine, mate. Hey, thank you so much for the kind words. I've got some very strong opinions on things I love, like Star Wars and Doctor Who. But every time I slag off The Rise of Skywalker or a particular series of Doctor Who, it comes from love. Do you have a favourite director? I don't know. I don't really know if I have a favourite. There's a handful which I'll just always give them the time of day. Wes Anderson, Christopher Nolan, Martin Scorsese. I stayed up all night waiting for your stream to start. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot. Thank you. That's incredible. Have you seen Clockwork Orange? I have not. I've not seen that. Do you collect figures? No, but I've kept all my old Star Wars ones from when I was growing up. You know, I hope to, if I have kids one day, give them to them. I've got a couple models up on my shelf. I used to have some Game of Thrones ones, but then the last season happened and I put it all in the loft. It upset me. And I was thinking about getting that James Bond collection that you have. Get it. It's great. I know there's another one out now that's more like DVD sized. But that's so much more beautiful and it looks nicer. I definitely go for that one. That's a very good choice. Favourite Western? Django Unchained. Django Unchained. What a great movie. Most controversial, unpopular film opinion. Well, controversial, I think, is my opinions lately on The Rise of Skywalker. Because some people are still really swept up in it and really enjoying it. And I don't mean that in a controversial way. I'm not saying that people are enjoying it just because they're swept up in it. I'm saying that loads of people are swept up in it. And then there are people who generally do enjoy it. And of course, I've been doing nothing but crapping on it. Unpopular film opinion? Maybe Godzilla, actually. One that we talked about earlier. I really like the 2014 Godzilla movie. I see a lot of crap about that film. What do you think of the Godfather movies? I couldn't tell you. I've seen the first one, but I really can't remember it. And I need to rewatch it and then watch 2. Because I hear that's amazing. I hear 3's only okay, but I'll probably watch that as well, so I can say I've seen them all. What's your opinion on Series 12 of Doctor Who? It was kind of average, and then the last season was total trash. Do you collect Arrow Blu-rays? No, I don't have any of the Arrow Blu-rays. Would you rather Game of Thrones Season 8 getting a redo or The Rise of Skywalker? Even though I think Game of Thrones was worse, I'd rather The Rise of Skywalker get a redo because I care more about Star Wars than Game of Thrones. Who's my favourite superhero? That is a bloody good question because I don't know. I love Wolverine. I love Captain America, Spider-Man, Thor, Ant-Man. But I'm going to go pretty generic and I'm going to go Iron Man because of... I have read some of the Marvel comics, but I think lately in the film industry, I'm already missing Robert Downey Jr. so much. I'm already missing the fact that we're not going to see him play Iron Man again. I think that speaks a lot for the character. Where did we get to? Do you watch Sons of Anarchy? No, I do not. Can you give me some tips to do a Blu-ray review video? Do you mean like just review a film? Or Blu-ray? So like, here's the cover, here's the spine. Because when I do that, I like to do unboxings because it's fresh for me as well. I can be like, oh, look, that's a nice cover. Or you can go, it's a bit disappointing. So I always try to do the unboxings because it's a bit more like, you know, your instant opinion. If you're going to do a film, I've only done a couple film reviews. I just do short ones on my Letterboxd, but here on this channel, I've only done a couple. I just make sure you do your research because if you get something wrong, people are going to call you out on it, which is completely fine. But it kind of does come back every now and then. Are you a football fan? No, I'm sorry. I go on building sites a lot for my job, and it's like the second question everyone asks. What's your name? Do you like football? And I have to go, oh, well. I've still not seen The Godfather 3. The first two and Goodfellas are the greatest gangster movies. I'll tell you a word, I've heard they are, to be fair. Hi, did you ever finish watching Gotham? If so, what did you think of it? Got like season 4, I think. It's okay, it's one of those shows where it's like, it has some high moments and it has some low moments. What's your ultimate guilty pleasure? Mamma mia, here we go again. By that, I don't mean the sequel, I do mean the first one. Because the sequel is technically called Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. I don't mind the second one, though. It's alright. I love your channel. Keep up the good work. Says Domers6. Thank you so much, my friend. It is much appreciated, as always. Have you seen the Friday the 13th films? I've only seen the new one, I think, and I didn't like it. We've got someone here trying to promote their channel. I'll allow you to promote it, my friend. I don't know what the channel is though, so I don't know if it's movie related or not. But there's a channel here. My favorite part of the film. Oh, favorite part of the film is when the Avengers come out of the portals in Endgame. They'll come out together. It gives me goosebumps every time. There's 2 moments in where I've been in the cinema and I've been almost cheering. Vader coming down that hallway in Rogue One, I was like, here we fucking go. Here we go. And I remember sitting there when the portals opened up and the music was building. I was actually getting nervous. I was like, oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's the big moment we've been waiting. All these Marvel films for them. All coming together to have this huge fight. And I remember when Captain America caught that hammer and he went, assemble, and they all charged. And I was like, here we go. Let's go. Let's get this on. I was honestly fist in the air. So excited. That's why I put that as my favourite film last year. I know that technically like Knives Out and JoJo 1917 were better films. But none of them made... only that and the 2-minute Vader hallway scene is the only thing that's ever made me do that. That's why I was so into Endgame last year, and I hold it such high standards. Not just because of that scene. Throughout the whole film, I was just like, here we go. This is it. This is great. This is great. This is... The whole film I was kind of feeling like that. But the portals bit was... It was something special. Favourite comedy show? Oh, because my favorite comedy TV series ever is Only Fools and Horses, but The Office, the US one, is so good as well. Flip up between those two. Top 3 war movies. That's my little war section. Saving Private Ryan, Inglourious Basterds. Do I go Dunkirk or Hacksaw Ridge? I think I'm gonna go Hacksaw Ridge. Least favorite season of the US Office, the first season. Home Alone, Grinch, Polar Express, rank. I would actually do it in that order. Home Alone is easy. It's my favorite Christmas film. Grinch and then Polar Express. What's your favorite Planet of the Apes film? War. I think War is just cinematic brilliance. Have you played Uncharted on PlayStation? No, it's one of the games that I've been considering to get while in the lockdown. I watched Endgame's reactions. When they see Spider-Man, everyone cheers. Yeah, Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man had maybe the most heartbreaking, quote-unquote, death in Infinity War. I think that was like a real cheer moment, like, oh, thank God he's back. His little mini death was heartbreaking. Even when I was watching Infinity War, when these people were fading into dust, I was like, they're not dead. They're not. I mean, it's sad, but they're not dead. There's no way that they kill them off. Like, Black Panther just made over $1 billion, and they're gonna kill him off. Don't think so. Do you like Interstellar? It's my favorite Christopher Nolan film. Love your vids. Keep it up, man. Thank you so much. I think I agree with you. I think it's my favorite Christopher Nolan film as well. I think Interstellar is a masterpiece. It's a modern masterpiece. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Have you seen American Sniper? Yes, and I love that movie. I thought it was great. Still to this day, it haunts me, that scene where someone has like a hammer drill drilling into that poor kid's head. I was like, oh. I remember watching that. I was like, oh, I just had to itch my head there because it was making me go all funny. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., someone's just typed. I really enjoy that show, if that's what you mean. Do you think they may release In-Betweeners on Blu-ray? I don't understand why it doesn't have a release. Maybe eventually. I feel like In-Betweeners is one of those kind of classic... It's turning into one of those classic comedy shows now. Don't know if it needs a Blu-ray, to be honest. Would you ever do some ranking videos? I do ranking videos. There are ranking videos on my channel. My last video was a ranking video. What's the most popular Marvel movie, do you think? Oh, Endgame. Easy. Film made 2.8 billion. Yeah, I think it's Endgame pretty easily. Okay. Have you been watching Harley Quinn? I haven't seen any of season 2 yet. I think it's only just started. But yeah, I've seen all of season 1. It was a fun show. Couple meh episodes, but overall really liked it. Thoughts on the Criterion Collection? I wish I gave the film slips. I've only got the Wes Anderson ones. They're nice. I like the inside artwork. I like that you get a little book or poster with some of them. But yeah, I think these, some of them are quite expensive. Would it kill them to give you a slip? Have you seen the Universal Monster films? No, I know these are classic movies, but I do go back and watch a lot of older films. I've seen like your classics. Like Sound of Music, Wizard of Oz. I have seen a few films from the late 30s going through to the 60s, but I haven't seen the monster ones. For some reason, I keep on just watching your collection videos. They're just so entertaining. Thank you. It means a lot. I'm doing this as a hobby, and even on my old channel, it astonished me that people were enjoying watching me as much as they are. It's always surprising to me, and I'm very grateful for it. I hate Toy Story 4, and I think I'm in the minority. I think you are too. You're honestly the first person I've heard say they didn't like it. What didn't you like about it? I thought it was a really fun film. Who's your favourite in Harley Quinn? I think the King Shark is good, and the Clay guy. I've already forgotten his name. Yeah, I wouldn't say Harley Quinn. She's always a bit overbearing, no matter whether it's the live action version, the animated version. The most annoying Harley Quinn was the one in Injustice. God, she got on my nerves. In your opinion, are Blu-rays better than DVDs? Thinking of upgrading? Yes. I noticed the difference instantly when I got my first Blu-ray. I was like, oh my god, the quality is so much better. Are you filming with the wrong turn films? Oh, sorry. Are you familiar? I just read that too quick. Wrong Turn films? No, haven't seen them. Favorite crime film? Crime. I'll take that means like murder type films. It probably honestly would be Knives Out. I'm still absolutely in love with that movie. Do you like Schindler's List? It's my second favourite Steven Spielberg movie after Jaws. It's a great movie. It really is. It's hard to rewatch though. But it's a great movie. I think people should watch your videos a lot more. Thank you so much. JYE King. This guy's giving me so many great messages here. This is so nice. I'm a bit overwhelmed with it. Thank you so much for saying that. I still can't believe that I got someone in Australia watching me. Hey, it's always much appreciated. You know, it really astonishes me all the time that I get people watching me, and to have 25 people right here, right now watching is something special. I suggest you pick up Marvel Comics Epic Collections. Are always good ways to get into the characters further. I will. I'll make sure I do. Are they just like the issues that come before the films? Is that what those are? Have you seen Atomic Blonde? I have. I've got it on Blu-ray up there somewhere. I bought that in HMV sale when it looked like they were going under. Got it for like £1. Do you watch any YouTube movies? Oh, movie critics. Yeah, I watch a few. I watch Chris Stuckman, Ralph the Movie Maker. Angry Joe. I don't always agree with them, but I always find them ones interesting. When will your next stream be? Probably next week, mid next week again. Can you rank all Steven Spielberg movies? I can't do it right now because there's a lot and it will take me a while. And I think there's still like 3 or 4 I haven't seen. I've seen most of his movies though. Don't forget Blu-ray Tom Baker season 14 is coming on the 4th of May. Blu-ray box set. Yes, I have got it on pre-order. Hopefully, I shall be getting it on release date. Thoughts on Genesis coming back? Well, they timed that a bit poorly, didn't they? Yeah, you know, it'll be interesting. I like Genesis, but I think Phil Collins has had his day a bit. I can't wait to say I've been watching your channel since the first 2,000 subscribers. God, well, hey, if you know, 2,000 still seems like an absolute achievement to me. I don't know how. I don't plan on this channel getting too big, to be honest, but it would be nice. You never know. Rank the Back to the Future movies. 1, 2, 3. I love 1. I think 2's pretty good, and 3 is a bit hit and miss. Oh no, the original comics by Stan Lee. I've got a few really old paperbacks in my collection, and I've got a really nice book called Year by Year, which kind of covers Marvel through the years. So it tells you like the important ones from each year, like going all the way back to their first comic, The Human Torch, in 1937 was the first Marvel comic. It was 6 or 7, I'm pretty sure. You watch, you'll be like 39. Well, I've got to go now. Keep up the good work, stay healthy, and have a good one. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for the kind words tonight. Stay safe to you as well, my friend. I recently watched The Lion King live edition, but was disappointed and didn't like it. I was kind of the same, to be fair. At the minute on my Instagram, I've got a poll up. What did you prefer, the live-action Aladdin or the live-action Lion King? It's very 50-50 at the minute. Last time I checked it, I had 21 votes for each of them. I really want Aladdin to win, because I'm more of an Aladdin fan. In terms of the new ones. The original, animated, Lion King all the way. New ones, Aladdin. Favourite Scorsese movie? I'd probably go Wolf of Wall Street, although I love Shutter Island and I love Hugo. Do you like The Shape of Water? Do you think it deserves Best Picture? In my opinion, I loved it and thought it deserved Best Picture. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good film. There was another film out that year which I really wanted to win over it, though. I can't remember what film it was off the top of my head. Have you seen The Gentleman? Yes, loved it. It's my favourite movie of 2020 so far. Before I go, you've got 40k on your collection video. Oh, that's pretty cool. 40k. It's incredible to me. It really is. Thank you, my friend. What do I get to? I like your videos. You are the best YouTuber I've ever seen. Wow, that's great. Thank you so much, my friend. Much appreciated. It really is. Because there's so many YouTubers out there. Someone to say that I'm their favourite. That's very special. It really is. Thank you so much. First Bully has day off. I have not. As you can tell, I can't even pronounce the name properly. Do you think Lion King is overrated? Not the original. I think the original is amazing. I love it. It's my favourite animated film. It's just a pure joy. Well, when I say joy, I mean it. The film is just amazing. Because there are some real down moments in that film. But I think the film is just... There's no filler in it. It's fantastic. The new one, yeah. Some people still acting like it's amazing. It's like... It's scene for scene. There's nothing original about this film. There's at least Lion King... at least Aladdin and Jungle Book. The live actions changed it up a bit. And Cinderella. People are fighting, thanking the movie are the real universe, when the comics are the real universe. I'm guessing what you're trying to say there, JT Gamer, is that some people think that Marvel is... Some people just looking at the films of Marvel, thinking that that's the Marvel universe, when it's actually the comics. It depends. If you're a comic fan, then yeah, you're going to love the comics. But if you're a movie fan, then you're going to love the movies. To me, I love my movies, and I read the Marvel comics as well. They're different, but they're both great. Do you like John Carpenter? I think I've seen some of his movies. I think I have. I'm not too sure off the top of my head. Have you seen Beverly Hills Cops? I have, but it was a very long time ago, so I can't give you much of an opinion on it. Have you seen Breaking Bad? I just finished it today, and it was amazing. I've seen the first season. I thought it was amazing. Well, not amazing. I thought it was really good. And have yet to go back to it. I'm actually probably going to need to rewatch Series 1. Have you seen Earshed by David Lynch? Also, do you have any kind of social media? I have not seen that. And yes, if you go back to my last video on YouTube, which was a Jurassic Park ranking, you'll be able to see there. I've got my podcast details in the description below. And also my Twitter and Instagram. And Instagram, I've been doing movie polls on there every day. There's a movie poll every day on there. So you just vote for what film you prefer. I always try and put two kind of similar ones on there. At the minute, it's live-action adaptations of The Lion King and Aladdin. There's a few comments now. I'll rank Freddy, Jason, Chucky, and Michael Myers from best to worst. I haven't seen all these things, to be honest. I'm not big on the horror genre, especially like these older classic characters. It's not really my thing too much. I live in the US, and I pre-ordered Frozen 2 in 3D, but it hasn't yet shipped because of COVID-19 crisis, and I'm really sad because I really wanted to watch it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's hard. I'm already prepared for some of my pre-orders not to ship, but you've got to be understanding of it. Unfortunately, and it's sad, but there's a lot of worse things happening out there at the minute. But hey, you'll get to see Frozen 2 eventually, mate. What did I get to? I've never heard of her. Garrett, I've never heard of her. Have you seen BoJack Horseman? Not my thing. Not my thing, I'm afraid. Do you know what your next podcast topic will be? Not yet. Me and Ryan have kind of been deciding that, normally the day before, because at the minute there's no big films coming out. So we can't really go like, oh, in a couple of weeks this film's coming out. So that week we can talk about that. And at the minute we're kind of doing them before. We're going to try and do something big for when we hit 1,000 listeners. We need to come up with that as well. Have you got a Letterboxd account? Yes, I do. It's James Lack, capital J, capital L, lowercase everything else. No spaces between James and Lack. And Lack is L-A-C-K. Favorite De Niro film? I haven't seen all these classic films, so don't judge me here, because I know he's got better films than what I've seen. I know he has, but I haven't seen any of his classic movies. It's been a long time since I've seen Godfather, like a long time ago. So I can't say The Godfather. This is embarrassing. I'm probably just gonna go have a comedy movie of all things. I know he's done better. Please don't judge me too hard. I just haven't seen many of De Niro's classics. I love Meet the Parents. I know it's not his best movie. I know it's not, but it's the only one that I've got. Do you like Blade Runner? The original? Yes, I like them both. They're both great movies. How much are you looking forward to The Mandalorian Season 2 coming in October? Well, we hope it's coming in October. I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to anything Star Wars. Are you catching up with classic cinema, or are you into more modern stuff, or maybe both? I'd say both, but my favourite period of cinema is probably the more modern era, which is no surprise to most people, my age. I think it's all about what you grew up with. Am I right? But I do always try and go back. Great Showman, Rocket Man, Bohemian Rhapsody, Yesterday, rank 'em. I think you've actually put them maybe in the order I'd do them. Great Showman. I know it's technically not the best. Would I go Rocket Man number 1? I'm going to go Great Showman because it's super fun and I could always rewatch that. Then Rocket Man is a very close second. Bohemian Rhapsody, Yesterday. I would honestly go in that order. How bad is the DCEU versus DC Comics? I haven't read many DC Comics, so I can't comment there. DCEU, it's getting better. It's getting better. It's still a mess, but it's getting better. Have you seen the new trailer for Extraction with Chris Hemsworth? I haven't. I see it pop up on my Twitter today, but I haven't watched it. Have you ever cried while watching a film? I've cried watching some TV series off the top of my head. I cried when David Tennant regenerated in Doctor Who. I cried during the last episode of The Office, when they all left the office. Pretty pathetic things to cry out, really. But do you have a premium HMV collection? No. What are some of your favourite movie channels? I'd say Chris Stuckman is my favourite. Angry Joe's good fun as well. Ralph the Movie Maker. I'll be getting the Star Wars Blu-ray 4K box set on Amazon on the 20th of April, my birthday. It's my 16th. Well, happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoy your Star Wars 4K box set. I'm sure you will. It looks like a beautiful set. Should I buy a Jurassic Park Blu-ray collection with all Jurassic Park films and Jurassic World? I already have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom on Blu-ray. I would, but for example, my friend Ryan, who's doing a podcast with me, he really wants to own all the Jurassic Park films, but he's waiting till a box set comes out when Dominion's out, the third Jurassic World, so he's going to have all 6 in a box set. So he won't have a box set of 5 and then another one. I don't blame him for doing that at all. That's probably the way I'd go if I didn't already own them. But I've got the box set, the originals, and then I've bought the worlds individually. What genre section should I put Forrest Gump into in my collection? I don't really know. I've kind of got Forrest Gump just lurking. In fact, I don't really know where it is at the minute in my collection. I do own it. I think it's more about my dramatic films. I've got it at the minute. I've got it in between a film called Carnage and Eddie the Eagle. Oh, pardon me. Leo, hey James, sorry I'm a bit late. Oh, no problem, Leo. I do think I'm only going to go another 10 minutes maybe though. Just as a warning to everyone. But hello, Leo. It's nice to see you. What's cinema experience in terms of annoying moviegoers? Oh, worst cinema experiences. I remember going to see Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, and there were kids laughing at the apes when they were doing all there. And that was just so frustrating. It's like, come on, they're apes. You know what film you've come to see. I had to tell them to be quiet like twice. That was annoying. I think that's probably the worst one I've had. I know the worst one I had actually. I had some very, very, very inappropriate girls sitting right next to me. Like, the seats were, like, honestly this far apart, so our shoulders were nearly touching. That's how close we were. During The Great Showman, it's honestly like my third viewing of that film, so I went to see it with so many different people. And, like, Zac Efron would come on the screen and they would say dirty things because they're girls, and obviously girls like Zac Efron, and it was just so uncomfortable. They were so loud as well, and I couldn't tell them to be quiet because they were right here. So I just literally have to turn and tell them to be quiet, and they were definitely the type of people that would argue back. And as much as I love The Great Showman, I couldn't wait for it to end. Have you seen The Green Mile? It's the only movie that made me cry like a baby. I haven't seen that movie. I need to. I got the new Charlie's Angel DVD today for £5 from Amazon. Shall I light a candle in my video? See my face. Oh god. Don't know. I don't even know if you want to go on the internet bragging that you bought that film. I thought that film was pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie. First collection you started and what age? First collection I ever started was probably my Star Wars toys when I was like 3-4 years old. Yeah, God, going back a long time. Can you show your Taxi Driver Blu-ray? There it is. Still need to watch it. But I bought it because people kept telling me to. And I got it. I will watch it. I will do it. David Tennant was in Jessica Jones. Yeah, I've seen Jessica Jones. First season was really good. Shame about the other two. I know you're bored of answering music-related questions. I'm not bored of answering music-related questions. I'll honestly keep answering music-related questions. This is a chat just for all of us. Doesn't have to be movie-related. But are you still buying vinyl? Yes. I'm buying... I bought a couple records this year. I bought the Lone Bellows new album. Signed. What other record? There's another album I bought that's new to this year, but I've forgotten what it is off the top of my head. Got a couple soundtracks. I got like the Rise of Skywalker soundtrack. Got a few things. You know, there's a few things coming up that I'm going to be buying on vinyl. Liam Gallagher's got a new live album. Let It Be 50th is coming up, so I'll probably buy whatever they come out with to do with that. Have you seen Allied? Great war film. That's the Brad Pitt movie, isn't it? Really wanted to see that. I still need to. What's your favourite Matthew McConaughey role? You know what film I thought Matthew... This isn't his best film, but I loved him in this movie. It's called The Beach Bum. He's hilarious in it. Do you still read Marvel trade paperbacks? Yes, I do. Which one was it I started reading the other day? Started reading one of them the other day again. It was, is it World War Hulk? Yes, because I've already read Planet Hulk, and that was great. I keep meaning to start World War Hulk. Do you like Shawshank Redemption? Yeah, great movie. Got it on Blu-ray. Top 5 actors. I can't do this. I had this question in my last live stream. I cannot do top 5 actors. If you were to write... Oh, I'm getting lost in the comments here. If you were to write and direct a film, what genre would it be? I'd like to do something a bit dramatic, I think. I'm seeing loads of comments coming in here. Apparently I'm really boring. Oh god, it's funny. You always get one, don't you? Always get one. It's crazy. Dear God. Okay. Hopefully that's put an end to that. Where did I get to? I probably am boring. He's right. I can't do 5 actors. Film, I'd go with, yeah, probably something a bit dramatic. It's just interesting, and I think you can do a lot more with that kind of stuff. Um, do you go to many gigs and concerts? I've been to a few. I've been to see Paul McCartney, ELO, Eric Clapton, Keane, Aurora, and went to see that Hugh Jackman musical thing. That was good fun. Who is your favourite character in Star Wars? Vader. Vader, such a cool story arc. Sorry, how many movies have you yet to watch in your collection? I've actually seen most of them in my collection now. There's probably about, still a big number, but there's still probably about around the 50 mark, probably just under. But there's about 800 Blu-rays here, so I don't think I've done too bad of a job. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, my friend. Right, I'm going to go till 35 past, so we got 6 minutes, guys. Okay, I've got to end it at some point. I just started my Blu-ray collection. Do you have any personal recommendations to get? I don't know. I always find these questions kind of hard because it's like it depends on what genre you like. For me, I think it's essential to have my favorite things are always those classic films from the 70s to the 90s, like Star Wars, Aliens, Terminator 2, Jurassic Park, Jaws, The Predator, Back to the Future. I love that kind of stuff. I'd say they're the most essential things to get, personally. It's Star Wars hardcover books, all the artwork with the new movie If you're on about the art for the Rise of Skywalker, I did buy it. It's literally right there. You probably can't see it because my camera's blurry and the lighting isn't great. But I did pick up the art of the Rise of Skywalker. And it's fair to say that a lot of the art in there shows how much better the film could have been. Nick Butler says, hey dude, great channel. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Beach Bum is fantastic. Love Jonah Hill's character. I always forget that Jonah Hill was in that film. Have you seen The Highwaymen on Netflix? I thought it was great. I did see it. I didn't think it was great. Sorry, Nick. I didn't. The police. I think Carl should be convicted for being a dumbass. Thank you. I do as well a bit. I think he probably should be as well. I kicked him because I don't mind people calling me boring. I'm always open to having some criticism. It's fine, but to spam the chat like that, it's a bit annoying. Have you met any Star Wars celebrities? I've met the guy who played Boba Fett and got an autograph poster. I have met a few people. I have not met Boba Fett, but I've got his autograph. Who have I met from... Oh, there goes my bottle. I've met the Emperor. Probably he's the biggest guy from Star Wars I met. I met Ian McDermott. I met a few of the smaller people who were in it at the Comic-Cons. In fact, I'm actually going to pick up that bottle I just knocked over and have a mouthful of water because my mouth is getting very dry and I've run out of my drink. First Blu-ray I bought was Avengers Assemble. Where did you see Clapton? Hyde Park? No, I saw Clapton at the Royal Albert Hall and it was beautiful. It's my favourite venue. Have you seen in Budget? I have not seen that. Dahmer's 6. I've not seen that. What's your favourite Star Wars comic? I love the Vader one. It's called The Dark Lord of the Sith. I think that one's great. It is set straight after Revenge of the Sith. So it shows him making his own getting his own lightsaber. It's straight after the Jedi Purge. It's straight after he's put the mask on, the helmet on. It's great. Sorry, matey, just joined you here. LOL. Been watching Fear the Walking Dead. That's all right, mate. I apologise that we're going to end in a couple minutes. Remember, guys, I'm going to stick to my 35 rule, or else I will keep rambling. It's more for me, not you guys. Yeah, Fear the Walking Dead's good. I need to catch up. I need to watch Series 5. Although I hear it's not great. I'm finally seeing ELO at the O2 in October. Hope they don't cancel due to the coronavirus. I hope they don't for you as well, mate. I really do. They're very fantastic to watch live. How long have you been going for, mate? We've been going an hour and a half here now. It's crazy. Do you think the Hollywood woke culture has gone too far? Do you think it's there? thoughts on the BBC's political correctness? I don't know about Hollywood, like, woke culture. It's, I don't know. I don't really have much of an opinion on that, to be honest. Thoughts on BBC being politically correct? I don't see it in all their TV shows, just Doctor Who. Doctor Who's gone way too far with it. 2 questions. What is your favourite season of classic Doctor Who you've seen so far? I'd say Series 12, which is funny because it's my least favourite season of modern Who. 2, what was it like meeting the great Colin Baker? Was he nice? Yeah, I didn't really spend too long with him, to be honest. Always feel a bit sorry for Colin Baker because he goes to every single Comic-Con. He never really has a big queue, I think, because everyone's already met him. No, I haven't seen that movie. I don't even know if it is a movie or a TV show. I don't know what that is. When are you going to do a selection of hardcover Marvel book sets? If you mean the Art of Marvel books that I own, because I own them all, but one, I will do a video on them when I get the one I'm missing. If anyone out there has a copy of the Art of Captain America the Winter Soldier, I'll make you a deal for it. I would love to have that book. I would love to have it. It's the only one I'm missing. Bye, man. Have to go. Love your videos. Thank you, Leon's Movie Corner. Much appreciated. Take care, mate. Leo's going as well. Take care, mate. Burgess was Netflix if you wanted to check it out. Fair enough. I'm always scrolling through Netflix, so I'll probably have a watch of that at some point. Thank you for a great stream. Oh, I see why everyone's saying goodbye. Because it's 35 past and I said I was going to go there. Let me quickly see if there's any more questions there that I haven't answered. Because I think we're pretty much there. I'm going to go up to Poppy and Luke's channel. And then that's it. I've been collecting those Art Marvel books like you have. They're fantastic, aren't they? They do such a nice job because they come out in these nice slidey boxes and they're really beautiful. Cool, man. Thanks for the... Oh, thank you. I can see everyone saying goodbye already. They've beat me to the goodbye. Would you say you are a Tangled person or a Frozen? Definitely a Tangled person. That was a much better movie, I think. And have you seen the new Mark Wahlberg movie on Netflix? I have. It was all right. It was it was okay. It was fun. Would I ever meet people in person? I would. Maybe one day. I wouldn't one day. Anyway. Oh, someone's just joined. Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. I really am. I said I'd end at 35 past. I really should, or else I'll be sitting here chatting all night. I really should go and have a shower and probably get in bed because I got a feeling I'm gonna get a call to go into work tomorrow. So I got to make sure I'm up at a decent time. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. It has been a blast again. It's so much fun. It's more fun than the first one even. And the first one was great as well. We'll definitely do another one of these next week if we're still in quarantine. We're going to be still in quarantine. I don't know why I'm saying it. If I'm still in quarantine, is what I'll say. If I'm still in quarantine, we'll keep doing these weekly. If I go back to work, then I'll probably be every 2-3 weeks instead. But it's been a blast, guys. Thank you so much for joining as always. Stay safe, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you again for another live stream. Sooner rather than later. Thank you so much for everyone, and I will